You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tatah. The Africa we want: unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherland's calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa. So good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Wherever you're watching Pan-African Daily TV from, the continent of Africa, Europe, or the diaspora, we want to welcome you to this very special edition. And I'll start by, first of all, apologizing. As usual, we should have started this show 2 hours back, but due to some technical reasons I cannot explain, we're still not able to have Dr. Tatah live with us here in studio. And he's been facing a lot of challenges out there. We switched from one studio to the other. And secondly, now there's a blackout where he is currently in Yaoundé. And that's very sad. But I would like to, instead of suspending you and just keeping you in the wait, I decided to come down to just explain the core concerns about the business talks that we were supposed to have with Dr. Tatah. We're starting this series on Pan-African Daily TV Business Talk. It's a feedback of all the promises, the visionaries, as we started the Pan-African Daily TV, who came here with us and presented to them their visions. And we had to go back now, like I already announced a couple of months before, that we need the evidence. Show us the evidence. Because we realize Pan-Africanism is these days is more about the talk. And people are giving a lot of feedbacks. Africans just talk, they just talk, they just talk. But I can guarantee you with every evidence that every conversation that we've held here with our guests on the Pan-African Daily TV has actually produced concrete, big projects. And the show with Dr. Tatah is just a series. It might not happen today, or he might not be live today. We might get him tomorrow or Monday or this week, depending on the technical issues he's facing out there, or even tonight. So just stay awake. When I say stay awake, I mean consciously. Even if he comes late, we're going to do the production and you can watch it from our YouTube channel. So what was it that we actually wanted to talk about or start this series about? Today, I would show you a little bit, give you a feedback of what Dr. Tatah has been talking about. When we brought him the first time on Pan-African Daily in 2020, he didn't even know what he wanted to do. He was just a professor in China on a research. And his research focus was in artificial intelligence, okay? But then when we brought him on the show, we just had to discuss about something. What can technology do for Africa today? How can we use artificial intelligence to the industrialization of Africa? And we touched the topic agriculture. And so when we talked about that topic, he went into deep research to research on the topic, and then came back on the second show, and we started talking about agriculture as the future currency for Africa that would feed the world. Okay, it's going to be the next currency. We'll be talking about cryptocurrencies and stuff, but agriculture, food processing, all the food that you see us throw in our marketplaces on the continent is going to become the new cryptocurrency in just a short while. As a matter of fact, Dr. Tatah had prophesied and said it. Africa would feed the world in just a very short space of time. Now, he didn't just only talk about this vision. When he did the research, he went back to work, because our idea was, don't just come on Pan-African Daily and present us all sort of, visions like we are and teach us everything. Like everyone always say, Africans, they know everything apart from doing the things that they talk about. But this new generation of guests that we've hosted on the Pan-African Daily, we're going to be doing a throwback in the sector of politics, business, whatever, empowerment, education, and you would see exactly that everything that they said, they have matched their talks with the works on the ground. Dr. Tata is a very clear example to this conversation. Like when we had 3 series with him, he just went to work and started producing machines that could transform the food that we throw as waste. Because today we buy a tomato paste in Africa, we never produce them. The Chinese grab the whole stuff, go to China, produce it, come back and sell it to us on the continent. And you know what? The most annoying thing, they put their made in China. Of course, they just package and process in China, but the original products come from Africa, just like every other thing. Show me one thing. Show me one. Even the gold, the diamond, the silver, the platinum, all your cobalt. Do you see anybody write anything like made in Africa? No, it's always made in some other place apart from Africa, the origin of these natural resources. So yes, agriculture, like we already talked about, is the key sector. Why? Because they say 60% arable land. I say 100% arable land is found on the continent of Africa. I'm not saying do our research. We belong there. We own it. So we know how much we have. Okay. No amount of satellites could really give us how much arable land we have if we don't do our own statistics and our own research. But what we do know is that space is the second largest continent. Come on, give me a break. It's the second largest. I don't even know whether it's true. It could even be the first. It could be the first largest. We don't believe in anything until we do our research and we find out what the truth is. So yes, Dr. Tata actually came here, lectured us on all these dynamics. And this is what he said on the first conversations that we had with him. We just put.
So that is basically what I meant by saying that the organic food in Africa actually is going to become a currency because people are getting to know, and Africans should. My problem is not even just people getting to know, but Africans should be recognizing this and preserving the value, because if we allow our lands in Africa to be bought by Chinese, if we allow our lands in Africa to be bought by French people and they come and do the cultivation, they will feed us in our land. The typical example is the biogas project in La Côte d'Ivoire. It's very shocking that about 75% of the biogas plant in Côte d'Ivoire is owned by French companies. It doesn't make sense. The organic substances don't come from France; they come from Côte d'Ivoire. What produces the energy, the matter that produces the energy, does not come from France. It comes from Côte d'Ivoire. So how come 75% of such an installation, a major installation, as a matter of fact, estimations show that that is supposed to be the largest biogas plant on the continent of Africa, but it doesn't belong to Africa. It's closely followed by the one in Kenya. So what we're saying here is Africans should begin to own what belongs to Africa. You see, the Western world has migrated, or has moved completely from this certificate-oriented type of educational system to a more skill-oriented, because people don't necessarily need to have big degrees in order to be able to comprehend, understand their environment, and make some changes to it to benefit society. People don't really need to have those big degrees. All they need is understanding of that environment. All they need is the education about that environment. So skill-oriented educational systems are those that will produce the right results. China got it right because China decided to make its system in such a way that it encouraged the little initiatives, the skill-oriented education. Most of the people who come to Africa to build those roads, those are not people who've been to school for several years. These are people who've probably just done some A few
Crash
years
course.
to practice work, handwork, just a few years of handwork, and they know how to take one stone and put on the other, and they're good to go. They know how to bend steel, and they know how to do that, and they're good to go. And they've also been able to encourage some of these small transformation. Because to be honest with you, if you come to China, you'll get to realize that every little activity has a machine. Every little that is the mindset of that Africans are supposed to have. Every little activity. That is why China is the master of mass production. You see, the United States might have the knowledge, the West might have the knowledge, they might have the technology, but the Chinese are masters of mass production. If you give them one thing, they'll give you 1 million of it in less than no time. Why? Because they are able to, they're good at transferring knowledge. The moment you're doing something, they're just watching beside you. The moment you finish it, they can be able to do it.
Wonderful. You heard it. That's the power. That's the power that some anything, I don't know what anything is disturbing us from having here on the continent. I want to thank all of you that have been waiting impatiently for this live broadcast. But Dr. Tatah is going to be with us on this series. I can already show you the thumbnail of the series that is going to come up, because we are focusing on not just the talk, but the business out of the talk. That's the new Africa that we're building. It's not just the blah, blah, blah. Too much seminars, too much teachings, too much PowerPoints with no power in them. We're going to start exhibiting the evidence that we've been able to produce in just a very short time on the Pan-African Daily, and to make you understand Pan-Africanism works when we put the action, okay? So we are going to have this series every Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern, no, 1 p.m. 1 p.m. And it's going to be organic food, and Africa is going to be a currency with Dr. Tatah. Dr. Tatah is going to be a correspondent, just like every other correspondent. We're going to show you all the evidence that Pan-African Daily TV has produced in just a short while. All the speakers that have been here are not just talk. They are the big guys, the big boys, the youths that have put their talk into action. We would do this feedback to all of you to show the evidence. This is what Dr. Tatah has been able to do. Today we see him in many studios across the continent, giving lectures and explaining exactly this power that I was telling you about. Africa is the next currency. Africa agriculture is the next currency. And Africa itself and Africans, they're going to buy you so expensive in just the coming years to come. Before they buy an African, when I say buy an African, before they will put a price tag on you, you're going to be so expensive. Okay. So we see it's not just creating a business out of his agro business concept, but it is carrying the message to empower the youth. That's exactly what we're talking about. And this is the evidence that we produced on the Pan-African Daily TV just a couple of years, 1.5 years ago. It is not just talking and exposing or showing existing things. We are starting to build Africa from scratch, build our own machines, train our own youth, train our own people in every sector, and they own this production and could feed themselves. You can see Afro Brains is that you see youth, and he's using every technology that we have out there. Okay, now they do service, door-to-door services with these products, and these products are what? Wow, the biggest empowerment. And this is what I really wanted to speak about. Dr. Tatah doesn't only just do products like we do and say, oh, maybe you think I'm doing a commercial here. And so what, even if I do it? What I'm saying is this is what we talked about just 1.5 years ago. It's already happening. You go to Cameroon, you see Afro brains everywhere. If he's not in church teaching the Christians to use their land, like Maponga Joshua said, impregnate the land, impregnate your land, and let it bring forth children to you, which are the produce of your hard work. He is in school. He is teaching from kindergarten, okay, how to produce machines that work in the interests of Africans. Like I said, you could see they do now door-to-door delivery just in 1.5 years. I mean, this is the evidence that Pan-African Daily TV is producing. We don't just create visionaries, we create visionaries that match their actions, with the work that they do on the ground. I mean, it's so unfortunate that we cannot have Dr. Tatah here this afternoon with us. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching from the continent, dear Pan-Africanists, dear big family here, a lot of big things are going on the ground. A lot. I told you when you first of all came here and you were asking, yeah, what are we doing now? What are we supposed to do now? Oh, there's too much talking. No, we don't talk on the Pan-African Daily. We do the work. We do the work, my global family. We do the work. We don't just talk. It's not just about talking. It's about bringing your vision, and we expose the vision to the platform, and we give you time to work on that vision and bring back the evidence. And in just 1.5 years, Dr. Tatah has been able to bring us a massive work. You would see the machines that he produce a machines that transform the food. The waste in the Africa's marketplace is, I don't know, it's unmatchable. From pears to all types of tubers, to all types of fruits, to all types of herbs, to all, how can I name it? Call it all sorts of fruits, whether it's mango, banana, everything, oranges. They just rot out because we don't have the capability of building industries that could transform that product into a sustainable consumption. For instance, we enter the supermarket. You don't see the farmlands in the supermarket when you enter. What do you see? You see the products. You see the products on the counters. So how long do these products last being there on the counter? You see the expiry date. So it means they just took a cocoyam, transform it into powder that could last for a month without getting rotten, without being bad, without us having to throw it away, because that's actually waste of food. And each time the world can look at us and say, Africa is poor, we need to feed them, we need to feed them. No, we need to transform the goods that we have, because we're not living in a system where we have refrigerators in our homes. And even if we have it, we don't have the energy to sustain it. We don't have the energy. Like I said, Dr. Tatah was supposed to be here. He's not here just because there are lights out in a whole capital city of Cameroon. The area where he is, there's no power. It happens every day in Africa. So imagine if we would even have to do our food preservation or conservation. How are we going to do it? That's why the West is always most likely to be referred to as a coal people because of coal things. Of course, because they preserve their food in an environment, in refrigerators, in companies that could give a life-lasting space for that food, so that it could be distributed. So it's just easy to talk about the development of Africa without having these infrastructures. You listen and you heard Dr. Tatah said it. In China, you give a child just a paint, they can produce millions of copies in just a minute. So that's why there's the supply. That's why they can bring it to feed Africa. They can harvest our tomatoes, buy our land, they do the production, take it back to the reproduction industries and companies and create jobs for young people. And they have the right and the audacity to say made in China, and they bring it back to us. So we want to start putting that talk into business. How we empower our young people, how we put money into them to build this handy and small size machines that could transform their food. They can sell some, but they can also keep some. That's why we just do the organic food processing of buying today, cooking tomorrow, today, eating. If we can keep it because of our nice weather and vegetation, we can keep some for tomorrow, but you cannot keep it for a week. You go to all supermarkets, even the ones on the continent now, people cook food and just preserve and sell. Don't tell me it's unhealthy, because these people have been eating it for 20,000 of years and they have a long lifespan where they are. But it creates the business that we all are admiring. It creates their business environment. So let us talk about economy. There's nothing we can talk about Pan-Africanism without talking about creating jobs for ourselves and owning the continent. We can lecture everything that we talk about here. That's just one part of it. But now we want to show the evidence that we've been producing on Pan-African Daily TV for all this while. If you take just from the Usman Toure, you're going to see what Usman Toure has been able to do in this short time. You will not believe it. You wouldn't believe it. And so sometimes when people come here like, oh, you know, you just talk, people just come here and just talk, Africans just talk. No, Africans are doing massive projects in the background. But who's talking about them? Which media is talking about them? Which Dr. Susan Tatah would sit and spend hundreds of hours for free, just connecting these people, putting the mission out there, putting the vision out there, empowering us, giving us the platforms. How many of we can do that without crying? How many of we can sacrifice and give up something for that? So until we start being that volunteerism for Africa, to say we are going to pull back and sacrifice as a people, if we are 1.2 billion or 1.4 billion, as we talk about ourselves, imagine we just pull back and sacrifice and volunteer for 3 years. Africa is going to be the new Africa in just 10 years. Every other country did that. Dr. Tatah is doing that. Does it mean he has all the money? But he's going to be the future billionaire just in a couple of years. And nobody can stop that. Nobody can stop that because he creates the machines. Nobody is going to say, oh, we don't have a contract with you, we don't give you business. Africans are becoming very conscious. They know where to put their money. They know what to eat. They know what to buy. They know from whom to buy. And nobody can stop that. And nothing is going to stop this change. You can cut them off and say, oh, Dr. Tatah doesn't need your credit. He works with the people on the ground. They build those machines, and the shops that are taking, and they are taking it for free for a period of time to sell it so that they put the product back into the community for development. What methodology are we looking for? What copy and paste are we looking for? No, because we have the know-how, we have the manpower, we have the skills, we have the talent, we have the audacity to withstand all these processes as Africans. And so, yes, we're going to be showing you the evidence of what Pan-African Daily TV has produced. Imagine a youth like this in school, learning about how to use the little tools that he has to create. It's a kindergarten. We've been busy sharing pictures. Oh, look at Chinese children. They're learning about robots, how to build robots. African children are in church praying. Or look at Chinese children or European children. Oh, they're learning about computers, and Africa's children is about carrying water and selling in the market space. Or look at, children that are already functioning in their areas of competence and their talent. A lot of them may be creating, drawing, painting and stuff like that. But Africa's children is always the one that the media will take and put out there with swollen stomachs because we cannot feed ourselves. What is just wrong with us? Nothing is wrong with us, like Reverend Chuck said, but something happened to us. But for how long are we going to sit on that something that happened for us? This child has a future. Look at the smile. That's the images we want to talk about. We're not just talking about just the product, but even the brand. Who are we working for? These are the kind of images that we portray about our children, because that's the future. When you are a parent that is already conscious of what you want to sacrifice for the next generation, hey, you can sit back and relax. You can be able to show such kind of pictures and images because you see yourself as a transition of that process. So yes, we're going to be having those evidence here. When you look at images like this, how do you feel like an African? These are the kind of images that should flood all our media, social media platforms. Instead of taking all sort of, I don't know, I don't know what is just happening. What is just happening? Do you post those images and even take a look at them intentionally? Because sometimes you post a negative image, but you're just promoting it. Okay. So this is the Africa we want. A son of Africa stands up and say, I'm going to do it. A daughter of Africa stands up and say, I'm going to sacrifice, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put my life at the point where I get up and I don't even sleep. I don't need that sleep, but I'm going to make it work. Dr. Tatah has made it work. Every corner is now representing Afro brains and food transformation in all the 10 provinces, and most of the provinces, even in the quarters and the local villages, is going to go wild in just a short while. Okay? But he was here. He was here with us 1.5 years. You saw the conversation. That was the first conversation we did with him in 2020. Then we had 3 other ones. You can go to our website and you just type Dr. Tatah Emmanuel, okay? And you're going to follow up those conversations. Because exactly that's what we're talking about. You think that we'll be seeing only the Dangotes as the billionaires? How long and how old are they going to live to that? That's why you, the young people, have the potentials. The Dr. Tatahs are going to be this generation that you're seeing are going to be the future billionaires in just a short time. When we even talk about billionaire, every African is a millionaire. Show me one that has not touched 1 million. And so when we talk about millionaires, a lot of them, a lot of those millionaires are there. But how do you change that potential to create impact in your community? That is what we're talking about today. So Dr. Tatah is going to be the man on the series, how we can feed ourselves and how we don't just talk, but we do the work. And how Pan-African Daily TV don't just host conversations. It is a must for you to attend, to be a guest. Bring us your project, but don't bring us projects where you just come and challenge other people. We are not that kind of media or that kind of platform. You just come here and tell us and lecture, oh, Africans are doing it. No, 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 no. There's no blame game here. Show us what you can do. Bring your vision. We give you the platform and you bring us the evidence. That's what we're talking about. You bring us the evidence. You take it back to your community. You produce something in 1, 2, 3 years. We give you up to 5 years and you bring back as a throwback to us and show us this is the evidence of the Africa we want. If you are already doing that anyway, we're also going to brand and expose you. What have you been doing? So what we bring on the Pan-African Daily are our products. When I say products, our mindset that we started this mega platform together and all of them were here. And we're going to bring that throwback to all of them. You already watched the show with Dr. Mata the other day, and she was talking about entrepreneurship. I'll be meeting with Dr. Mata in December in California to interview him on a face-to-face, just like a lot of them. Okay? So it's not just talk. It's about the work. It's about the business. It's about the market. It's about the mind of an African child. How does he think? Does he just think praying to a God that it will never, or he is saying, yes, I do pray. Prayers are very important. Don't get me wrong. Prayers are very important. But what do you pray about? Prayer is like we're talking about our meditation. We're talking about connecting to the Most High, the God of our ancestors. So you can call it a prayer. You can call it anything. It's very important that we connect in our spirit. Very important, very essential for our growth, very essential for our health, for our mental health. We had Dr. Elaine came here and lectured us on the importance of prayers. And she told us one thing that was very important. She, as a medical doctor with, a top experience, shared her story with us. And we're going to be bringing this feedback, how prayers healed patients, and it was like a miracle in the hospitals. So prayer works. But what do you do after praying? You're praying for something. You're praying for a change. You're praying for your life to have a meaning. You're praying for a blessing. You're praying for your visions to come into reality. So how could you just only pray and pray and pray and pray and die praying? So it means you pray and you bring the works of your prayers that have been answered or that has been brought back into life, into the physical, and you manifest it. Dr. Tatah prayed, I want to be the visionary that would transform Africa's agricultural sector to create jobs, to empower young people. I will talk about my vision, and my mission is to preach it everywhere. And we saw him in the churches. We saw him in schools. We saw him everywhere. Apart from creating his vision, he took the vision to every space, even in the nightclubs, in the drinking spots, everywhere. He was selling this vision. I will create machines that will transform, and then we use biogas energy. We will not need solar. We will not need anything. We can use just our small things that we have, to create. And today we see the result. Not even 2 years, we see the result. But he didn't just sit and just pray and came back and think a miracle is going to happen. He put that prayer into action. He transformed it into action. So we're calling on our children. I don't even want to say we're calling on our youth, because when we say we call on our youth, we're even limiting our children. Let us start from the kindergarten. Every vision that we have, we would be having even moderators, keynote speakers. Haven't we seen it? On the social media space, we have seen our children that come up to educate us, thousands of them. So we have to start from our children. All this, I don't know, always like, no, we focus on our women or our children and our elders and other. No, we focus on our women or on our boys. No, we're doing projects in this focus. Africa, we are on our own. Where are we going to start putting all those categories and niche markets? If you have a passion to just run in any sector, just carry it and run with it. We know that we are super intelligent beings. That's why we can do multitasking. We can do a lot of things at the same time. And we are good at that. Don't tell me, oh, because we do. No, no, no. Those were other foreign policies that say you need to focus only on one. Show me an Africa that focuses on one thing. That is because we are made super beings. We can do everything. Ask the African mothers. Please just ask one of them. Ask your mommy in the village, in the compound, how they could be able, whether it is here in the diaspora in America, where they had to free themselves from slavery and feed their families and feed their husbands, and how did they do it? And they will bring you a word. It's multitasking. No, you have to focus on, yes, of course, everyone has a primary objective, but we can do everything. Even your Bibles are telling you that. You can do everything. We can do everything. We can multitask. We are able. We have the power. We've been given the greatness to do it. We've been given the mental stability to do it. And you wonder why every other system is coming for your brains? You wonder why? No. It is because of that one single gift that you've been given to. So we need more Dr. Tatahs. We need more Usman to raise. We need more Aricanas. We need more, everyone that is doing something on its own. Bring your project to Pan-African Daily TV. Bring your vision. We would put you to work on that vision. We would follow up with you. Before you know it, you are a creator. Anything. And that's why they say we are creators. I mean, sometimes you look at these languages, you laugh. You really laugh like, oh my God, how did it even happen that we didn't understand this? Creator. I'm the creator. Yes. Today we talk about content creator. We talk about content creator. So if we had said the God creator, it would have sounded different. So when we say we are creator of our thoughts. And we begin to say there is a creator. Who else? You are the creator. Dr. Tatah is a creator. He just created. The Usman Ture is a creator. Then Kwame Aboagi are creators. African King, you are here. You are a creator. Yeah. Star people, you are a creator. Yes, but they don't act like gods. That's what I'm talking about. We don't act like creators. My creator, my maker, yes, the one that created me. and my maker, my creator. And so it's very simple for me to look at my father and mother and say, my creator, because they created me. It's very simple for me to design a clothing like this and said, I'm a creator of this design. I create. So what does the word creator mean? We create our dreams, our visions. We bring them to the physical. We bring our passion. Those are our prayers. But we bring them to see, for people to see. We bring them to see. So today, Africans are creators. They are the gods. We are the gods and the goddesses, and we are creating our own space. We're creating our own food. We're creating our own clothing. We're creating our own industries. And we don't need no credit for that. We need only ourselves. We're going to work like our ancestors did. They didn't have any banking system as we hear today. Didn't have to go and borrow from anybody. We borrow from ourselves. We use the energy that we have. We use our own talent, our own time, and we put into our creation, and we become the God and the goddesses of this creator. Create. You create things every day. A woman that cooks in the kitchen every day and feeds her family is a creator. Created that meal, sat down at the table and fed his family is a creator. Give me any format that you want it. I will prove it to you that you are the creator. You create your dreams. Who sits in the morning, doesn't do anything, just don't do anything, and you expect some result? You create. You wake up in the morning, you go to school, come back, you write exams, you go through practicals, you go get a job. You create that life, that journey. You manifest it. Nobody just gets up, sleep. I don't know. What will you eat even? So that process is what is transforming all of us and you into a creator. Tomorrow we're also going to start the series with the gospel according to Maponga Joshua. Please make sure you set your 12-12 alarms at 8 p.m. South African time and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard American time. Set your 12-12 alarm on that. We're going to start chapter 1. I want to give a shout out to our brother Benjamin in Tanzania, who has already translated the chapter 1 into Swahili. As fast as that. Now, these are the creators that are coming. These are the creators that are coming. How do you want to refer to them? How do you want to call them? They're going to create the alternative of the word, putting it in an African context. Of course, the Bible has been translated into everything. So why do we not translate it into Pan-Africanism? That's what we're doing. Okay, that's what the gospel according to Maponga Joshua, Yeshua, he calls it Yeshua in the biblical or the Hebrew way. I don't know how they spell it, but he's coming live tomorrow to start that series, and we're going to be having it every Sunday. Every Sunday, we are going to go from chapter 1. You heard him the other day. Okay, it's the same thing with Dr. Tatah. He's going to be coming every 12 or 1 p.m. depending, because them on the continent, that's why we don't really give the times out there, because of whatever we know. So yes, we have to. Exactly, Brother Tata is an inspirer, sorry. Not just an inspirer, all of us are. All of us are. That's why I'm here today to tell you it works. You are the creator of your very space of the Africa you want to see. How do you want it? Come to the Pan-African Daily, be bold enough to present a vision. Everyone is given a vision from the Most High. You came to the universe with a vision to save your own people. You came with something. Discover that thing in you as fast as possible. Discover it so fast as possible and bring it here. Yes. Yes. How do we access this gospel, Caleb? I said tune in tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow. We're going to start from chapter 1. We already have it. We translated it. And we'll be translating even the other version in Uganda, the language. And the brother is already working on it. And we're going to have the French translation for our French-speaking people. The main languages, we're going to translate it. So please make it a choice to be here. All right. So like I said, exactly. Amukelani said, the Most High doesn't have a religion. Sure. Because all of us, we create. All of us create. You are coming here with something. You came with a vision, with a mission as who you are. What do you have? Go back into yourself and ask yourself, what did I bring? And most of us, we can look at the symptoms of what our passion is. That's what you brought. Just to give you an orientation. What are you passionate about? And sometimes say, oh, I love this. I like these colors. I like to travel. You know, I like to cook. I like to babysit. I like to clean. I like to carry trash. That's a passion that you came with. And nothing is degrading. Nothing is degrading. I say again, nothing is degrading. You came with something. And you see the reason why you cannot even expand in some other thing. So if your passion was like cleaning, then come, let us develop the cleaning business and the services that you want. Look at our continent, how filthy our streets are, because we don't have those services, because most of us that came with that vision for Africa are busy doing something else. We're busy doing something else. How much more should the Gavis wake up again from their sleep and come back in the format and talk to us? How should the Zingas rise up again and come up in the very skin and physical that you know them to come and tell us, this is me again. I want to remind you that this is what I said. You are the Gavis of today, and millions of Gavis are being produced every day in every household. When a child is born, he's a Gavi with the vision for his people. So we wonder why most of our things are not working, because we are still not bringing what we came to do. We just came and somebody choked us or raised us with other visions and we forgot. And we're busy doing other things. We can't feed ourselves. We can't clothe ourselves. We don't even know who we are. We don't even know what we have. We don't know the billions and millions and whatever, the resources that we're sitting on. Our parents, our ancestors, they leave land. We leave the land to foreigners to occupy them. We run away from our own selves. It's a whole confused state. What did you come to the universe? Like I said, as an orientation, look at your passion. Like most of us, my passion is to talk and empower people. It's to facilitate. It's to sit here every time, drink water, mind my business, and talk. And give you the download that I get from my ancestors. And give the inspiration every day. Anything that just comes to my mind, into my spirit, that I have to share, I share it. The same thing, all the guests that have been parading on the Pan-African Daily were just sent to us at this point in time where we know it's our time. It is our time. Thank you, Wayne. Greetings to you. Yes, it is our time. So like I said, we're so sorry Dr. Tata is not here on this, but he's going to come. Anytime that he can, please just click your notification bells. I keep saying it all the time. You just see us go live. And I'm happy a lot of you have done that. All of us are here, we're doing that. Because I see the level of which our subscription on the Pan-African Daily is going. It's amazing. Every day we have at least 200 subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV, YouTube, with their notifications. Unbeatable record, because we're hungry for the Africa that we want. We're just hungry. Now, we don't want only 200. What about 1,000 every day? We used to have it in the beginning without being interrupted. What about the 1,000, the 2,000 subscriptions every day? Because all of us, if we come with our little light, not just this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. No. We're going to transform it into building this kind of projects. That's the little light we're talking about. That's the shining. The shining is bringing other people on board, empowering our people in our communities with your light, with your gift that you brought. It's not just a song to sing in the church and you're happy and you come back and you sleep and like this little and million times we keep singing the same, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. When are you going to let it shine? You keep repeating and repeating and repeating, like they say, we do something the same times and expect other reactions. How can you pray for blessings every day? You bless the day. You don't ask for the blessings because you already have it. Now you have it, you just bless it. Bless your everyday. That is okay. But you have to bring the result. My people, it is done. We're done with just talking. We're done with romancing our brains. We're done with just always looking for excuses why we cannot grow, the things that are hampering us. It's a fact. I'm sorry for my French. We're not looking for excuses, but we're waking up. Okay, we have to do it. We need to do it. We must do it. Even if your job, you, all of you that are watching me, I can guarantee, I can tell you already your purpose. Nkwame, I can tell you your purpose, Caleb. I can tell you your purpose being here on this show is just to click and share to somebody. That's your purpose right now. Because you want to multiply, you want your light. Your light, you were sent to Dr. Susan Tatah on Pan-African Daily to subscribe and to share the good news. So if we're talking about the gospel according to Maponga, so what is the gospel according to Pan-African Daily TV? And we say, take the word and go and share into the world. Each and every one of you, if I have 200 views like we had yesterday, I'm going to get 200 new subscribers every day. Isn't that wonderful? Because that's the job that you are called as a mission to do. Dr. Tatah would never do it alone. Any F4 can never do it alone without you. That's my little light that I'm shining, that I'm producing. And because that light catches you, you reproduce it and send it to other people. So never leave here without subscribing and clicking your notification bell, because that's the mission you're called upon to do. If you want to call us a church, call us a church. You want to call us a university, call us a university. You want to call us a cable land, call us anything according to your passion, according to how you feel us, according to how you see us, according to how you smell us. Okay, take action. Deborah says, take action. We need to take the action, and the time is now. If your action today is just to share this show, share it. We need the thousands and thousands of subscriptions because we are the light. We are recording the future. We are recording voices and big, big projects of our visionaries, of ourselves. And this is going to go down into the history of the Africa we want, the new Africa that you and me are building. Coming back to our senses. So if we sit here and you're a Christian, you say, oh, I want to go to church. Just remember you've been listening to a preacher and a missionary and a prophetess or goddess, call it anything. Okay? Call it a queen mother, call it Annie, call me F1. That's my name. You've just been listening to 2 hours preaching about Pan-Africanism, about who you are, about your Africanness, about the power that your creator gave in you to you as an African to do something, to build your people, your race, your nation, and humanity. Is that difficult? And we'll go and sit every day and still ask the creator to give you what? To give you what that you already have, Kwame. Everything that you already have. You can only just thank him every day like, oh my goodness, now I'm having it. Now I didn't know I have it. Now I have it. Yes, home and abroad, our voices. That's what we call to do. If you are here on the Pan-African Daily, you're a missionary on this mission. It is not a coincidence for you to be here. We are not entertaining anybody here. Have you seen us put some videos? Time will come where we'll entertain ourselves. I can already guarantee you. This time that will come, we'll dance a food and do everything. Thank you, Kamisi Fox. You said great teaching. Of course, all of us. This is our mission. You want to call it what? Do you want us to call ourselves, oh, this is our ministry? Dr. Tata is, no, I'm the facilitator because all the preachers that are coming here are our guests that I host. Okay. I don't own this show. We all own it together. So let's call it, it's our assembly. It's our church. It's our ministry. Call it any term. It's our temple. It's our gathering. It's our marketplace. It's our village. It's our compound. Give it any name that you want to give Pan-African Daily. Any name. That is your mission. And remember, you are a part of it. You're a biggest part of it. You are the greatest part of it. Let me tell you something. I told you the other day I was going to Mary J. Blige concert, and I'm putting out a small documentary because I cannot just explain it in one video. I have never seen something so massive. I can't remember the last time I went to a live concert after COVID. Because organizing the Africa Festival in Germany, I'm only organizing it. I don't even have time to watch even a concert, but not in this kind of a massive way. When I went to that concert and I could feel the power, the energy. And you see what? And because I'm a newborn African, because I'm a Pan-African, my mentality, I see things differently like I used to see 3 years ago. I'm a newborn into this space. I'm a born again African. Let's say it. I'm a born again Pan-African. Okay. I see things differently. I used to be old and in a different format, but now I am me. Now I find out who I am. Now I realize the power of the creator in me. So I see things differently. I can go to anything, any space now. I know I'm a spirit having a human experience. And at this concert, I was a spirit in a human format getting the message from this Black queen, Mary J. Blige. I used to listen to this queen as a girl growing up, and I loved it because I love R&B. And I love, we model all our African American stars. They were just the goddess. We listened to these cool songs when we were falling in love. Well, our hearts were broken by our boyfriends in those days, and we would listen to Jay Blige, we would listen to Missy Elliott. Oh my God! And we were imitating them, wearing baggies, and just doing some kind of, strong head in the village at that time because we were imitating these role models. I was a part of that. If you've never done these things, hey, you cannot even be a Pan African. You can try, but you take time to get there like we did because we already broke those rules. It was difficult for someone to put me in a frame from my parents' home and stuff. No, we would still go out in the nightclubs, jump through the window and do all those things, right? Because we were already breaking those walls and barriers. We were already revolutionary in our spirit. And so today we say, oh no, these are wayward children, these are straight children, these are children that you cannot raise them. They came with that gift and they break those rules. Even at look at us, passion children, conservative children, just be rule followers and just follow the system. These are the ones that most of us, the dumbest ones. And that's why we're easily to be caught in the systems because we just obey and just follow. I'm not saying break the rules, no. But we discovered a passion way long before. Okay. And so we used to follow this models. And for me, it was a dream to be in the space with Mary J. Blige. I love the family affair. Oh, goodness. And for me to be here in America and attend that concert was a dream come true. For me, it was just like I will be the only one in that. But when I went there in Cincinnati, Ohio, I caught cafe, like we say. I put my back for you. I put my back for you, Cincinnati, Ohio, and all African Americans and Africans. I have never seen, I'm a big event manager and organizer, but I've never seen that spirit and that number. Everyone was there, from the old to the young to the elderly. J. Blige connected us growing up and listening to her and to us now that have children that we were together at the concert with. Because this queen is a messenger. It's a messenger. She is a messenger. If you look at her in your non-Pan-African mentality, you'll be like, oh, you know what? Ah, look at how they dress. Look at the kind of places. Look at the darkness. You remember, Reverend Dr. Shark told us, darkness is where we produce the more, the melanin. That's why stars come out in the night. Let nobody fool you. The message is the point that I'm trying to say here, my people. So on like you come on the Pan-African Daily TV, you'll be busy like, oh, look at how Dr. Tata is dressed. I look at the broken kind of way he's speaking English. We Americans don't even hear it. You know, we're crooked and that, and you miss the message. Because most of the time, even our politicians that are the biggest liars, they fake or fake. You don't listen to the message. That's the problem with us. We come and we're busy looking at some other things. Oh, he dresses nice. You know, he came in a nice car. You know, he came like, and those are all these makeups that they come just to catch your attention and begin to lie to you. So we ask ourselves, why do we always vote the wrong ones? Because we miss the message. If you're here on the Pan-African Daily, you are a queen, you are a king, you are a prince, you are a princess. Get the message. If you leave this space without rising up, without getting your greatness, without rising to the next level, then you were just busy looking at Dr. Tata. You were just busy looking at Annie F. Tata. What is she doing? Look at what she's putting. Look at her lipstick. Look at her this. No. You have to be that queen on fire. You have to be that queen on fire. That concert, I stood up and I came home. I removed my shoes like we used to do. I love barefoot. Okay, I'm a village girl. I don't know all this. Yes, I wear my heels and every other thing, my boots. But you know what? The moment I feel uncomfortable with, it doesn't matter where I am, whether in an interview, I don't know where. In the biggest of biggest spotlight, I remove my shoes and I hold them. I hold them and I start walking. Okay. No. I don't mess up with that. So we danced and removed our shoes. I don't even know how we got home. Luckily, we had an Uber that took us, you know, to a hotel. There's just no way. There's just no way when the fire catches you, when the kings and queens in their real state are pouring out that energy. There's no way you cannot be a creator. There's no way you cannot be able to produce or to create, because the energy, the power that they inject into you, my dear people, you cannot go back empty. You know, like when we used to go to church or stuff like that, and you go when there's a preaching and the preacher sends fire and you see people falling. Oh, we never knew. And then we say, oh, the Holy Spirit caught them. Oh, the Holy Spirit was doing this. I don't know. I don't know about it. I've never been a type in that. But I could imagine if we take it in that context. I'm telling you, you in a real format that we are now, in the real spiritual beings, in a Pan-African clear sense. I'm telling you, that spirit catches you. And that's how I could understand Christians when they say they're caught by the Holy Spirit or fire or something. It is the vibration. So when we are on our Pan-African space, that vibration catches you. There's no way, you know, I just, after that, I stood out of this concert. We sat there, we were waiting for the Uber because the Uber took a lot of time because the concert was just so full. It was just 10 minutes away from our hotel, but we had to wait for about 30 minutes. But this 30 minutes that we sat on the store, on the ground, waiting for that Uber, hey family, it was like the daylight should not go over, the night should not break. We just gathered. We never met one another. African Americans, migrants that were there. We left from Lexington, Kentucky. The others left from Atlanta, and so to come for that. She was already in Nashville, Georgetown. All this is now everybody. We just gathered at that place waiting for our Uber, and suddenly, the magic happened. We just connected, and we were just sharing vibes. We never knew each other. We never met. We never even know who is your neighbor or something. But that spirit of oneness, I used to hear African Americans, oh, they don't like being touchy, they don't like being close to them. Hey, people, I had another experience. Maybe because we're coming from this hot fire concert, I don't know, that all of us were not in our normal systematic self. We were different beings because that's exactly what happened. I mean, I just was, I had the smiles and everything on me. I came to the, I could not even drink water and mind my African business. We were drinking some other stuff. You know what I mean? Hey, it was good. So I began to ask myself, this is us. This is truly who we are. This is the genesis and the end. This is the beginning and the end of who we are. The greatness in the people that share the same value, the same passion for one another. Without wondering, are you coming? Nobody complained about my accent. Please, let me tell you. Nkwame, nobody. Hey, Brother Wayne, nobody talked about my African accent. To be honest with you. Nobody. Patricia Matthews. Nobody complained about my African accent. On the contrary, I was teaching them to speak like me. Can you imagine? I just went on and I said, I'm Dr. Susan Tatah. And I tell my story. I was like, anybody has something? Do you hear me? Can you understand me? And everyone's, yes, sister, go ahead. We can hear you. And I was like, what? So sometimes they lie too much. Oh, your accent, oh, your this, oh, your level of this, all sort of things that I heard. No, nobody prejudiced me. Nobody prejudiced me. Nobody even knew I was coming from the country. I mean, and even they that knew that I was coming from the motherland, they were so happy because I told them, this is your sister. This is your sister. I'm the queen of the Embo Kingdom, the queen of Africa, coming to Africa. Oh, I wish I met Eddie Murphy. I wish I'm still going to Queens. I will have to go to Queens and go to that McDonald's where they did that coming to America. I'm here. I'll go to Queens. So you see, there was nothing like that. Nothing bridges us. Nothing is there that disconnect us when we are in the vibration. When we are connected, that's why Rev Shuck said it a couple of times. We are spirit, we operate on a frequency. We are a frequency people. Oh, I just cannot wait to bring Reverend Shuck again here. We are a frequency people. When we meet and our frequencies are on the same values and passion, every other thing is yesterday. Okay? So yes, I'm so passionate. I'm going to put up. And then when we left from there, we stopped at a mall. We bought Ghanaian food, just this pick and drive. And we never knew that something happened. I used to think that those things happen only with fast food, like McDonald's or Subways or stuff like that. But our African people, our African American people are already offering those services, people. Check it out. Sometimes we keep complaining all the, oh, we don't have black business. Oh, we need to build our own malls. We have them, but we're just not paying attention. We just not paying attention. We drove through this mall and they had the Baptist church, the Black African church, the Pick and Go. And I had a sister there with her restaurant, an African American sister. She calls it a tiny bistro. Tiny bistro. I'll share that video with you because I had the privilege, the honor to do an interview with her. And this sister just stood at the highway, has her tiniest bistro there, and was just waving the cars that were passing by, waving them and calling their attention to herself. I was so touched. I moved to her. I said, sister, I'm Dr. Susan Tatah from the continent. Can I just have an interview with you? Can you just tell me your story? And the sister was on camera. She didn't ask, oh, are you a journalist? Oh, do you have a right to film here? Oh, I don't want to give you my copyright. Or do you have this license? Blah, blah, blah. Crap. She just went. It didn't take her a second. Bam, she was already there on the camera. And she didn't bother who I was. She didn't like, do you want to take my videos and go and make some voodoo? And she just came into the camera and was telling me about the tiny bistro. She's a single mother and she named every burger, because she does hot dogs. And I think she has 5 of them. And the 5 hot dogs are named after her girls, after her kids. Anyway, it was just a short time that I could not really go into it and see it, but you will watch the video. I'm going to put it on tomorrow. Okay. It was so sweet. And I took her contact because sometimes we sit, we don't hustle. We don't do some of those kind of things. I'm telling you, it was not a signboard. It was not a signboard that she put there, and then she was her signboard. She was her promotional board. She was she was saving, and she was the one attracting. It was on a highway. It is not in a driveway. It's not in a walking zone. It's not. She was there waving people, cars that, and that's what caught our attention. And we drove in. Can you imagine the power, the magic of connecting, not being afraid or scared of anything? It's a passion for me. It's not money making. It's a vision. It's a reason why she came. And I'm going to share that with you. I just didn't prepare it because I thought Dr. Tata was here. Okay. We are our own and we support. I'm telling you, people, there were more than 30,000 in that arena. I thought there's no black person anywhere again existing. Oh, goodness. And you say we don't support our businesses? And you say we don't support our people? And you say, oh, all those things that I keep telling you people, stop saying we don't. Stop saying we African people don't. Okay, you can put it, don't adhere to. We don't lose control. We don't lose sense. We don't lose face. These are the don'ts that I want to hear from you. But I don't want that, oh, we don't do business together. Oh, we don't support each other. Oh, we are jealous. Oh, we gossip. And so what? Show me a community that does not. I will give you every evidence that they are worse and worse and worse than you. We are the greatest. We support each other. I had to get a last minute ticket to J. Blige concert. But the brother, I put her on the phone and she was like, oh, every place so far. I said, brother, I am coming from the continent. It cannot be possible that I don't go to Queen Mary's concert. I have dreamt about it all my life. I used to listen. I never knew that I could even share the space with her. And today I'm here and I have the access. I drove 2 hours or 3 hours from Lexington, staying in the queue and all that, just to go there to support my sister, just to be there, just to feel that energy, just to go around. I bought a t-shirt. You will see it in those videos, and I put it on and I was just dancing everywhere, and I was carrying, I said, Queen J. Blige, Queen J. That is the spirit. And she was cute. You can imagine. She was hot on stage. She was just pouring that power. And her letters, what actually drove me to this album was not even the family affair. She has the letter song she says is Good Morning, Gorgeous. Good Morning, Gorgeous is like I can say, is the anthem of the new album that she brought now. Do you know what that album means? She's just adoring us, the African people, in our greatness. In our greatness. And she refers to us as gorgeous. Do you know what gorgeous is? I felt like, I don't know, I felt like some kind of one old star there. I think everybody was just like, where is this one from? Of course, it's the primitive village girl that just came into town. Just like Eddie Murphy coming to America and was just looking at everybody and everything was just strange. Yes, call me the village girl. Because my action actually told the people around me, like, this one, where was she? Where was she coming from? The excitement, the joy, the movement, the dance, the connectivity, the everything. I could not sit down for a moment. It's all about how we support ourselves. That's truly us. That's just what I want to tell you. That's truly us. This is exactly who we are. I saw the gorgeousness, not just in terms of the way, sisters and brothers were looking so slammingly cute. whether they were on their heels or they were in their baggy or they were in their dirty or they were, but what connects us? The spirit. A lot of people just wanted to take pictures. And people were, can you just take us a selfie? Oh, yes. Everybody was just nice. That is the power that connects us when we go to such assemblies. So you can imagine a J. Blige and will sit back and say, oh, oh, the way they dirty, the way they shake their boots, oh, the way they do this. Are you able to preach Good Morning Gorgeous, Family Affair in 2 hours to 30,000, 100,000 people? Are you? And those are the things that is keeping us down. The critics among us, we see our girls, our queens, and we tame them something else. Put some language in our mouth. Oh my God, some French that we speak about them. Baby mama. French words. I told you anything that doesn't is French to me. So all these French words that we use, this virus of just talking, not talking black to ourselves, it's insane. But that's a topic that we'll treat for another day. Don't disrespect your queens. Queens don't disrespect your kings. It doesn't matter. We are one. We are the 12-12. We cannot do without each other. When I say don't disrespect them, doesn't mean we don't fight. Doesn't mean we don't break up. Doesn't mean there's nothing that lasts forever. Doesn't mean that we don't part ways. Yes, but we love ourselves above everything, even when we're parting. Remember, the highest thing that keeps us in the pain and the hurt is when we separate, not to see ourselves in this physical format. If we can survive that, what is just a breakup? It's just a matter of time. You get healed. You get used to. And the faster you keep yourself in that motion of respect and honor to your king or to your queen, whoever she was, the faster you overcome, because we are one. So anything we do, every steps that we take, we are the creators. Okay. I was just sitting in for Dr. Tatah today, and he just sent a text. He's having, oh, like I said, blackout, no light, nothing. Yes, so we're going to carry on the series. Like I said, it's going to be a weekly series. And so if we miss this one today, it was not meant to be. I don't believe in anybody having the audacity to stop us, because when they try, our ancestors are already there. The Most High already put us on this, and nobody can stop us. You just need to believe in that power. So if this was your church and you listen to the goddess or the preacher today, and you pardon some of my French words that I've been using here, then you know you are in the right place. Okay? So I want to thank you so much. Like I said, I had to come up here. Yeah, you are the image of the unseen God. That is it. How do we know we are gods if we don't see? And even the Bible tells us, how can you say you love me when you don't see me? How can you say you love me when you don't see me? When you don't love the one that is close to you? So the God is the one I see every day. It's my mother, it's my father, it's my husband, it's my sister, it's my brother, it's my village, it's my people. It's the same image. I made you in the same image. I made you in the same image. Just hear that word. In the same image. So what is an image? I said this and I can say it and I will say it. If my image is brown, I made you in the same image as brown. If my image is black, so I made you in the image of blackness. If my image is white, I made you in the image of white. If my image is brown, melanated, call it any form and shapes and whatever, red, pink, purple, yellow. And so you can identify with the image that I'm made from. If you are my God and my God says, I made you in my image, so I am black. My God is black because I'm black, brown, whatever color. That's the image you are made of. Don't we learn it? Image. Send me your image, Kwame. You're going to send me a picture. Send me a picture of yourself. So even when they break it, the preachers say, I make you from the picture. But why is it on earth that we don't keep it like the image is something that looks like you? What on earth would I put another image that doesn't look like me? And so these are the small key components of things that make us and design our greatness. Thank you, Patricia. You say you're leaving. We're also leaving you, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. And thank you for all of you that are here. Like I said, I just had to sit in. You know, this the big thing on Pan African Daily. When we don't have our guests, we be the guest. I and you. I've seen all your charts. So you were the guest. We do everything that we should do. I just did not know that I would be alone. I would have programmed that we take calls and questions, and I would have even asked someone to join me in the studio just by sending you a link. Okay? So, yes, this is so better. This is so good news. I had a beautiful time and I'll be doing it. And you know what? The Pan African Daily TV US store, I'm going to take my car. I'm driving throughout to New York, Maryland, California. I'm driving. I cannot fly because I've had my airtime, and when I'll be going back to other space, I'll have my airtime. But I want to drive through the neighborhood. I park out, relax, feel the space, breathe, drink water, talk to people. There's nothing that is so beautiful like that. So I'll be telling you, you will see where I am. But this week coming up, hey, we are here. We are here. We are here. We are here in Lexington, Kentucky. And I'm so happy Lexington seems to be like in the middle spot where you can go north, south, east, kind of like a middle. I drive 10 hours. I love driving. Yeah, because I love traveling. I love traveling because I can stop anywhere I want, and I put my feet to the ground. I drink my water. I relax. I breathe, and not just carrying me fast, fast, fast. Yeah. So I designed my trip, and so I could be there. Oh, Synovia, thank you for being here. You nearly missed it, Synovia, but you're here. Yeah, so I like it. I like doing that. So I'll be doing just that. Maybe I can stop somewhere and I just go live and I show you where I am. Or like I met our sister, the tiny bistro. Yeah. So thank you, people. And I hope you had a nice day. You had a nice time in your houses. You ate well today. You drank what you drank water and mind your business, or any type of water that you drink. In as much as you're minding your African business, that's good with me. That's fine. Water means liquid that is transparent, like this one is, for some people, palm wine is water. Anything that is liquid that goes, in as much as you're minding your African business, I'm fine with that. We're good with that. Okay, just find your cool corner. If you're drinking your pami, like we say, you're drinking your good wine. Remember, we have all those resources that was given to us. And if you're not causing trouble to yourself and no one is causing you trouble, then we're good to go. We're fine. In your peaceful corner, eat your kola nut, eat some fufu and some okra or some spinach sauce or some achu, anything that you want to just mind your African business, sit at a corner, you eat and enjoy your Africanness. Sometimes we don't even enjoy our Africanness, enjoying our own self. I'm in Olive Branch, Mississippi. I'm coming to you, Deborah. Deborah, I'm coming. Text me all I've told you last week. You have the WhatsApp number here, +49. Please write it down. I'll be slow. +49, because it's the German code, and you put 1578 211 2379. +49 +49 157 8 211 2379. Invite me, text me your address, because when I come, we are going to be going around those spots. You're going to be telling me your stories. In any case, this week I'll be in Louisville because I have to visit the Muhammad Ali Museum and even the place where he was put to rest. I just found around all the areas that I need, the historical points and places that I have to visit here, and I'll be doing trying to do some research. If I'm lucky to have an interviewer in Louisville to talk about this museum, because I learned through my research he's born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky, and that's where he was buried. And a couple of years, 2 3 years ago, and I want to visit the Think Like a Butterfly. And oh my goodness, I cannot wait to visit that ancestor. I need to share some point with him. Yeah, so yeah, I'll be doing that in Louisville this week. And I'm still trying to look for some historical sites around here, what connects us, what are signs in where we are. I also talked to um, I also talked to Dr. Lawrence, who is in Columbus district. What did he say? Columbus, Ohio. And he was talking to me about a historical site there. And I might go there this week again to find out for myself. If I'm lucky to have Africans around, some African Americans, so people that could tell me more about this historical sites, I really would be happy. And that would be the best of my period here. I'm here as long as you want me, Elizabeth Mary. Okay. Remember, we make our decisions. You want me to come for Thanksgiving? I'm here. You want me to come for Thanksgiving? I'm here. Yeah, I have to be with Jaden and Odelia and Bayway and Benna and Dorisa. These are my siblings around here where I am. And we would have to spend a Thanksgiving. Ashley would be coming also from California, our first daughter, who is currently in school there. So yes, but after that, Thanksgiving just goes on, isn't it? Yeah. So we are here. We are connected. Like I said, text me your county where you are, your district, your state. I might just be stopping around and I don't know where to sleep. I don't know who to hang out with or who to talk to, and I might just be around your area. So please text me your address, but I will not come on notice. I will tell you I'm coming or I'll be around if you have time, because I know all of us are really busy. Yes, Kwame, you said Baba Muhammad Ali, my hero. Yeah, we have to find out the stuff in that museum, and we have to pay him respect to where he was laid. Just like I will be in New York, we have to go to Malcolm X to greet them, all these babas and our mamas, wherever we could, to be a humble, a privilege for us to just do that. Okay. So yeah, I will check your address, and like I said, when I come, make sure we're going to eat some fufu and share some village vibes. Okay, good. Thank you, people. Thank you. We know what we're supposed to do. Our mission here: share to one another. Those that have not subscribed, please subscribe. Those that are here for the first time, make sure you like our mission, our preaching for today. Our church for today is over. And even though our main preacher did not come up, but he will come up anytime soon, and be ready. I will announce it to you anytime soon. I love you here. You know that. I don't even need to repeat it. That's the more reason we are here. And I know that you love me so much. We love ourselves because we don't even have a choice. If I don't love you, I just don't love myself. And that's what Queen Mary J. Blige talked about. Self-love. I've never heard that. Now she's performing Again, I was just about to end the stream, but something just pricked me up that I have to share with you very quickly. She performs, how do they say? It's like an acting theater now. You know, when she used to be, she would like, but if she's talking about self-love and you see her expressions, and she stops singing and she described the scene and she acted, oh goodness. Africans, we are just too much. We are just too much. And that's why sometimes we can't comprehend the greatness that we have. We cannot understand. We cannot even believe it. Even when others, when they tell us we are great, you are great. And we begin to like, you are great, like, you, Deborah, are great. You, Deborah, are great. It's not greatness, is not a feeling. No, it's you. It's your personality. You are great. And Queen J. Blige talked about self-love. And she talked about our family affair. It has to do with us, whether we fight, whether we quarrel, whether we part, whether we do what. It's a family affair. How does it concern you? Get your mouth out of our stuff, out of our business. Okay? And when she talked about good morning, gorgeous. And all of us, we gave her a standing ovation. I don't even know who could even sat down. That's why I have so much respect for you, my siblings, African Americans. I all know you. I just adore you. I mean, I speak like, I just adore you. Seeing all the things that you've been through and the greatness with which you manifest, the way you go around and mind your business and just do your stuff. You're just the greatest. How come nobody knows this? It's our time. We're so great. We are just so great. Okay. Good people. I must leave you now. I'm getting already too hyper. You know, when we get to a stage of our greatness, and then they say we are hyper, we are high. And we used to think when Bob Marley said it, and people were like, oh, you know, they took some grass and they're high. No, we didn't take no grass. We're just in another level of our vibration when we come to our normal selves, when we are just us, when we mind our business, and then they describe us that we are high. Then we are high. Okay, so consider this. Thank you. And I'm about to leave you, but consider this as well.
After centuries of misguidance caused by slavery, colonization, lack of awareness of our history, and institutional disinformation, a new Africa is on the move, determined and getting organized. Afrika tuko pamoja. Welcome to the United Kingdoms of Great Africa. The United Kingdoms of Great Africa is the credo of the alliance movement of all African intelligences around a common ideal, the unity and development of a strong, conquering and completely dedogmatized Africa through the channel of a strong organization called the Africa We Want Global. You are an African, Afro-descendant, researcher, historian, scientist, or simply an NGO. You want to be part of this great historical march towards the total freedom of an uninhibited Africa? Visit our website www.africawewantglobal.org. Register and discover the range of our platforms for change. AfricaWeWantGlobal.org. Join the kingdom, be part of it. An initiative of Dr. Susan Tatah.
You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tatah. The Africa we want. Unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherland's calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa.